But it is Friday, and that means we get to play Satisfactory. I'm super happy. Can we measure salt in yards? That's a pretty small amount. I got way more than yards worth of salt, but yes, War Talking intensifies. That was a little bit of Halo music to start the stream. I love that classical guitar version of the Halo theme. But I'm super psyched, as always, to play Satisfactory. I did do some stuff off stream last night, and I'll tell you all and show you all while I work on when the game loads. But oh man, I'm super excited. It's so much fun to play this game. So I did a few things last night. Let me show off the couple things I worked on last night. First thing was, I've been meaning to do this on stream, and I just haven't taken the time. There are a bunch of geothermal nodes that I had previously marked, and I hadn't actually got the power from them yet. But last night I made some power lines, grab a geothermal here. I think there's one over here. I just expanded my geothermal power grid a bit for our permanent build. I got some tickets and I unlocked some other pieces, and I made what do you call these? I unlocked these little ramp walls, and I made some barriers for my ramps, and made them kind of connect across here. I think they look pretty good. Looks pretty nice. I did that all around here where I put my all the different ramps. I put the little you know, halfway ones up to make the barriers look good there. I got these pieces. Where are these pieces? These pieces here, these corner pieces, and I made this diagonal, so that looks good. Got the diagonal on both sides here. I might want to change it up a little bit here, but I made that look a little better, so it's a little easier for the car to make this little way. Eventually I'll probably need to make like a loading zone area here and more arrows pointing which way to go. So where we're going, we do need roads. That's right. I also unlocked lighting. So I haven't played too much with the lighting. I just this ceiling light I unlocked and put a couple just to test it out. I'll probably want to put more lights. Each light takes 2 megawatts of energy, and that's actually more than I was expecting, because, you know, a machine takes 4 megawatts, and the lights take 2 megawatts each. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at the lighting here. 2 megawatts each, which seems like a lot. You can actually change the light color. Now that I didn't know you could change the color of. So, great Scott! I know, it's a serious operation. I don't know if I want to get into more lighting right now, but those are the things I worked on. Finished my railings, fixed that, got a little bit of lighting. I have a couple things I want to get right into. Before I get into anything else, I want to unlock railway signaling, because the first major project I want to do is to get my second railway loop going. I'll just put in a ladder to get upstairs so it'd be easier. So I got myself some, I got the copper sheets from over at my old base. So I could put the copper sheets in here. And we can actually get, ba-bam! Railway signaling unlocked. Let's go.
Milestone reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
Alright, so transport. Train signals, block and path signals. Let's read about these. I've used these before, so I think I know how these work, but let's look at them. Block signal directs the movements of trains to avoid collisions and bottlenecks. Block signals can be placed on railways to create blocks between them. When a train is occupying one of these blocks, other trains cannot enter it. Caution, signals are directional. Trains are unable to move against this direction. Be sure to set up signals in both directions for bi-directional railways. Path signals direct the movement of trains to avoid collisions and bottlenecks. Path signals are advanced signals that are especially useful for bi-directional railways and complex intersections. They function similar to block signals, but rather than occupy an entire block, trains can reserve a specific path through it and will only enter the block if their path allows them to fully pass through. Alright, I don't think I used path signals much in my last one. I definitely used block signals. We're going to be using a lot of those. So I'm going to need a bunch of computers for my next plan. So let me manually make some computers, because I'm just going to need some of these. Can I manually make computers? Yes, I can. Alright, I'm going to make a bunch of these real quick. You saw a trick where you can put a white signal on the ceiling. A white sign on the ceiling. I don't know that I'm looking to put signs on the ceiling, so I don't know if I'm going to need that trick. But good to know. Good to know that exists. Let me get some plastic and cables here. Cables and plastic. Alright. I'm going to need a bunch of computers, basically, is what what I'm going to need, because I'm going to be putting a lot of block signals. I'll kind of explain, hopefully I'll be able to explain how these block signals work from my experience and using them previously. A white sign on the ceiling, it mimics a ceiling light. Oh! Oh, is it a way to get lighting without using power? Then maybe I do want that to use that trick. Because if I get lighting without having to use a bunch of power, that could actually be quite useful. Because I'm pretty sure you don't have to power signs. How many of these do I want to make? Like, gosh. The thing with, once you get multiple trains on a single track, if you don't use a bunch of block signals, you can really slow down your trains. So, you need a lot of block signals for a loop of rails. I'm gonna need to get computers automated pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So if I go with like 20 of these to start, that'll probably be good. Because my next goal is going to create a train. It's gonna be our coal train. John Coltrane, get it? I don't know. Okay, so here, famous jazz artist John Coltrane. This. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna coal. So for block signals, what you want is every section of railway, you need a block signal so that trains don't block each other. Although you don't need every section, but like entrances and exits to each station definitely need a block signal so that you're not blocking trains from going in there. I don't think I need to do another one there. I currently have this set up. Does it make sense to have a double rail big loop? Maybe less signaling. I don't know what a double rail big loop. I'm probably going to have more than double rails. I'm probably going to have a lot of rails. There. And there. Okay. And I think I need to put one about... Oh. Out of the way. Are you getting stopped there? Why are you getting stopped there? Not sure. Okay. Sometimes it can be difficult to figure out these signals, though. So, why are you stopping there? I don't know. I'm going to remove this for now, because that'll let you go, right? Yeah. Not quite sure why that one blocked you. That one's green. That one's green. Okay. Okay, maybe I won't put one right there. I'm going to put one... I did put one there, so that one should be good. Have two rails next to each other on the big loop to have an inbound and an outbound. Two rails next to each other on the big loop. I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Gunther. I'm sorry. I I already have 2 trains on one big loop. I don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, so my next goal, my first thing I want to do, I want to go get a bunch of coal. 2 normal coal. I want to get a whole bunch of coal. Alright, so this train should be fine. I will be adding more block signals as we go, but let me figure out where are my best options to get some coal. Ah, we got crap ton of coal right next to us. Perfect. Perfect. It's right over here. So this, it seems weird. I'm gonna have a train that's gonna go right over here, which is not very far, and then go all the way back around the loop. Because I'm probably eventually gonna want more coal, get more coal. But for now, this will be my starting coal pickup. The thing is, I do want to have a factory. Probably in this area, so I don't want to use this space all for just coal mining. Well, actually, I don't have to do any smelting with this coal like I would normally have to do. Who's attacking me? Ah, you. Okay. I want to save my, trying to save my shots right now. Whiffed. Okay, I'm whiffing a lot. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. So actually, I can just set up miners here and a quick pickup station. Although, does it even make sense to have a quick pickup station this close to my base? Oh man, I don't even know if we're literally on top of my train station. It almost feels like I should just pump this into the coal station here. Probably talking about a 2-lane highway instead of 1. You think he means 1 lane in each direction like an actual railway system? I don't know what an actual railway station even means, so that doesn't mean anything to me, unfortunately. God, having a pickup station right here just for coal does seem kind of pointless. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Because eventually what I'll want is a train that is going around grabbing coal from other areas. But this place is like just literally right next to my base. So I feel like there's no reason to have this train go, you know, 100 yards, pick up coal, and go all the way around and deliver the coal. Feels completely pointless. It almost feels like I should just mine this coal and have a belt and bring it to this storage is what I should do. And actually, I'm not even using an input for these guys, am I? For like this guy over here, I'm not doing an input. I'm not. So what I think I am going to do is I'm going to belt the coal to this. This is going to be my coal station. Let me rename that right now. What do I have this named as? Iron Depot 1. I'm going to call this Coal Depot 1. Coal Depot 1. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to, in a good-looking way, bring this in on 4 different things here. There. There, and then we'll pump it upstairs like we would, like it was coming in from a train. There. 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 Okay. 2-lane highway. Basically, if you have a branch going off, it doesn't need to go around the big loop. The train just needs to join the inbound. Interesting. I feel like I kind of understand what you're saying with this whole 2-lane highway for trains, but I'm not sure how I'd make that work. Because I feel like for a 2-lane highway, you'd want 1 lane. Currently, I have 1 loop that my trains can go in 1 direction on the loop. How would I do a 2-lane highway? Does a 2-lane highway use this 1 railway, or is there a second railway next to it to go the other direction? I feel like I'd have to see one in action to understand it. My brain doesn't since I've never built it, my brain doesn't understand how it would work. Maybe that's the best way for me to describe why I'm not understanding what y'all are talking about. I have to build this thing to understand what you're talking about, or see one in action. Real-life trains use a bit of a one-way, then a passing section, then a single lane, then a passing section. And it adds capacity to the loop. 2-lane usually would be 1 lane for each direction. I feel like I'm hearing different things from different people. Because I don't think... Most trains, railways that I see in real life don't have two rails next to them. Now, there are small sections that have 2 lanes next to them, so a train can like pull off to let another one come through, which I've done that before, and maybe that's what you're talking about. But I don't think most railways I've seen have like the entire rail, 2 rails next to each other. Real train companies have to pay for land. Fix-It does not. True, true. Also, it'd be a lot of resources to do a bunch of that. Okay, I'm going to use ceiling mounts for the first time here. See if this will work. Not used these before. Okay, right. I think here's lined up. It's lined up, yes. First time I've used the ceiling mounts. I'm actually kind of excited to use these things. Where's it lined up? Right there. There. Okay, now let me see if these will connect. Beautiful. I wonder if ceiling mounts are like stackables where you can have multiples. That would be really cool if they did. Can I stack these? Oh, they can! Oh, that's so good. I already have ideas for using ceiling mounts for some other stuff that I want to do, but that those stack, I'm so happy about that. Probably best to set it up how you picture it without the passing sections or the double loop and see if it's efficient enough. It would mean making a whole new loop, which might not be needed right now. I don't want to do a whole new loop because that's an insane amount of time and energy to put that together. What I would have done over here if I was going to go pick up coal is I would have had, like, way over here at this station, I have a loop that goes off. Normally, if I just have a pickup station, I would just have a little break-off point, have a little, like, unloading station, and then it would rejoin the loop and go around. I don't think I want to make a 2-way rail. I don't want trains to go that way and that way. I don't know that I have enough knowledge to make that work and look good, so... Okay, 270 a minute is what those can accept. What kind of material numbers will we be getting from 3 pures and a tier 2 mines? I need 6 mines for this. 6 portable miners. Going 2-lane from the outside is probably overkill. Capacity is a problem. You can always add more lanes later. Yes. The idea being 2 loops next to each other, one going clockwise and the other one counterclockwise. Yeah, I'm not up for setting that up right now, Gunther. That is a huge project. I would have to work on that off stream. I'm not going to spend 3 hours making another loop next to this one. Maybe eventually I will. It's far too much work for what I want to do right now. Okay, miner Mark II. How am I going to get these materials in a way that doesn't look like a mess? Where are these coal mines? There's one there, there's one here. There's a third one over here, I think. Where's the other one? Pretty sure there were 3. Ah, it's over here. Okay, so 1. Or there are only 2 piers here. Okay, there's only 2 piers here. I thought there were 3 for some reason. Okay. Going 2 lane from the outside. Overkill, yes. Alright, if I want to... I have an idea here. Can I use... Oh, I can. Okay. Problem is, it's not quite high enough for me to... Okay, I could do 2 next to each other. I could do 1 for each of these guys. This. This. And rid of some of these trees. Nature, you're in the way again. Why you always got to be in the way so much? Right now, 1 train, you don't need it. It would basically be a future track when you need to up the train deliveries. Yeah. Maybe in the future I will need to do something like that. Right now, I'm definitely not going to work towards something like that. I feel like you keep giving me ideas that, like, are great if there were 6 of me all working on this thing together, or if I was, like, 4 times as... had made 4 times as much progress as I'm in right now. You keep, like, trying to... jump way ahead or something. Alright, how far can these go? Figure out the distance that these go. Okay, so about... Oh my gosh, it'll just place it there for me? Oh, that's amazing. I can just look at the ceiling, it'll place it. That is so much better than used to be a thing. That is so good. Okay, so I'm going to be able to bring 270 a minute coal lines to start here. And I want to make this look good, so... put this on the global grid. Where's the coal? It's right there. That's what this will be coming to. Miner. Right there. Big ideas, not enough time for or resources right now, yes. It reminds you of yourself and Dyson Sphere program. Thinking too far ahead, you built a main conveyor loop around the planet. Took hours to make, kept you from making progress, and later you get drones that just fly stuff around. Talk about a waste of time. Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I'm trying to balance doing things I want to do along with doing things that won't keep me from actually making progress towards unlocks that I need to do, you know? It's definitely a problem if you're like trying to get ahead of yourself kind of thing. Like, even all the stuff I'm doing right now, if I had just kept doing my spaghetti... spaghetti factory, I could have computers automated by now. But I'm purposefully not doing that. I'm purposefully working on stuff that I think is going to look better. It's going to be, in the long run, look better and... have more throughput and everything. Thanks for the 17 months, M Paint Train. How goes the factory? What am I exploring for now? I'm not exploring for anything right now. I am getting coal. This is my permanent factory. The start of my permanent factory is what I'm currently working on. I need to get power over here. Power over here. And I bet you I should get some power lines. Let me make a ladder over here. Great, these are both on the global grid, so they actually line up perfectly, which is so nice. Love the global grid. This is the start of the temporary factory. No, this is the actual permanent factory. Nothing about this is temporary. It's all permanent. You know, I'm not going to put that there because I might eventually expand that, and I don't want my trucks to run into that. Go. Power lines along the road, just like real life. It's perfect. Go. Now we'll have our coal going. There. Let's get a stackable here. And we'll be bringing these into over here. Huh, it won't let me put these under this. Overlapping clearance, that's weird. Okay. Very strange that that is considered overlapping. It's okay. Right about here. Okay, this will not look too funky. Let's find out if it will. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Cool. Oh, and it's perfectly straight. Good. There. For what that's overlapping, I guess there's a very small overlap on that, and I don't care. I'm fine with that. You can see the appeal of having everything perfect and satisfying, that OCD itch, but you think it's also cool if you have some organic defects, then you can be like, never mind that weird loop over there, mistakes were made, but that's okay. I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible. I do that a lot in these games where I'm like, it's functional. That's good enough for me. I'm trying to avoid too many, at least for my permanent build, too many things that are like, just don't look at that over there. I'm trying to avoid too much of that. Cool. So this will be bringing a lot of coal. I got both these bringing coal. Yes, beautiful. So, I don't have the numbers of how much coal each of these are bringing, but that's okay for now. Right. Straight mode. Why are you that direction? Why are you the way you are? There you are. Beautiful. See coal coming down. Very nice. Even using my train track structure to organize my belt so we don't have just large towers of belts all over the map like my last playthrough of this had. So cool. I love these ceiling mounts. They're so good. You messed up your power management. Now you have to figure out that weird loop, huh? Kind of like the aesthetic of the weird, irregular nature going into mostly organized factory. Others are more pave the world. Well, I'm doing a little bit of balance of each. I'm not quite paving the world, but I am Like my mining factories out in the world are not going to be super well organized or anything. I'm okay with that. But here at my permanent factory, I am trying to keep it decently organized and nice looking. Past train sucks for decision made. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dealing with past Rand's mistakes all the time. I feel you. God bless the person that coded straight mode for belts. No kidding. Straight mode for belts. There's so many great quality of life things that they've done. It's so good. Loved all these quality of life things. Oh, give me a break. Bro, give me a... Give me a... You're in the way of progress, and you must die. It is time for you to die for progress. Death for progress. Get out of here, nature. Nobody even likes you. There. What key is straight mode? R. R is straight mode. What's up, Greba? Your car is fixed. Nice. I hope it didn't cost you an arm and a leg, but congrats on the fixed car. You would like something like a belt reader for this game so you can see what the throughput is. You already can tell that if you just go to logistics and hover over these. Mark 1 belts are 60 per minute. Mark 2, 120 per minute. Look right over here. Belt 4 is 480 per minute. That's the maximum. So if it's filled up, that's the maximum. So you kind of already know what it is, and you just You mean actual? Well, you have to do a small amount of math. Press N, and you can divide things. I don't feel like that's that needed. I feel like. Okay, can I put a splitter on the ceiling? Looks like no. Can't do that. So what I'm gonna do then is what the hell? This is on the global grid. You're in the way of progress, spoken like a true American. That's right. Okay. Step on top of this and put a splitter here that will end up floating, and I'm okay with that. H will have to be in the middle. I know, math on stream, right? Math on stream. Not even once. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Okay. If you should be making 120, but you're actually moving 100 more to show factories are working at capacity. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that. I don't know that I agree with that complaint, because you can literally figure that out with very little work. In my opinion, it's not hard to figure out how much. I guess if you mean like at any single point along a belt, but. And yeah, that would be nice, but if you just plan well, you don't. That shouldn't be an issue. So, and I know planning well can be hard. There we go. Beautiful. Are those even? Oh my gosh, those aren't even, are they? Well, they're not perfectly even because these belts aren't perfectly in the middle, so I'm actually going to be fine with that. Okay. So we're going to bring these along over here. And we're going to do... Am I going to do stackable here? I am going to do stackable here. That and that. See if this will do what I want it to do. What is this planning you mentioned? I throw stuff together and swear it'll work. Yeah. Can be tough. It can be tough. I just do that and it'll work. Do. Okay. Does go through there. Does that bother me? I don't think that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna tell myself that because I don't know how I'd fix that. That's one of those organic things that's that's totally fine. You know, those are frames. Frames are made for things to go through them. Something. Yeah, I was worried that would be too high actually. Okay, so I need to back this up. So this up to probably somewhere here. Actually, no. What we want to do is this. There, then the next one goes. There. There we go. And then that'll be a straight way into there, and that'll be perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so that should be bringing coal fairly quickly to my train station. That'll eventually be where I bring all my coal. Let's go make sure that that's true. Coal depot over here. Are you filling with coal? This is going to be unload, yes. Let me make sure these are all on unload. Oh, nice, you're getting coal. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, so now that we got coal here, we need to get the coal up top to where we're going to have storage. So, oh, I already set that up. Good job, Pastor Rand. Or at least I started to set that up. I wonder why this one's not going. Why is only one? Probably because I'm not delivering enough for it to have more of that going, but that's fine. Let's line these up. How did I line these up? Sure, this is doing it the same way these are. Okay. Yes. Top one goes straight up. Bottom one goes to the right a little bit. Okay. Set this up. There. There. And we get our holes. There. I need to figure out the distance with this. Basically, 1, 2, 3. Let me see if that's right. There. Perfect. Beautiful. This guy directly above. There. 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 And there. You got the touch. Okay. There. You got the power. There we go. All right, we got coal going up there. Beautiful. All right. Cool, and I started this. How come coal's not coming through here? It's only coming through one of these at the moment for some reason. Now, did I set this up correctly? No, I did not, actually. So I actually need to change this. I need... that. Is that what this is? This is 1, then 2 right next to each other, then 2 right next to each other. Yes. There. 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 Have I bought a boombox yet? No. You can make a boombox? This might be a heretical question, but is a train actually more efficient than the belts? You have to fill the storage at the station and wait for the train to come around. Wouldn't running the belt all the way back provide a more constant resource stream? Yes, and that's what I did on my last playthrough, and I'm not doing that this playthrough because even though it might be faster, I don't actually think it's more efficient. And I'm not even convinced it's faster. Oh my god, I fell off. What trains is way less resource intensive to build. If I have a Mark, what's the highest level belts I even have right now? Mark 4, and I think there's a Mark 5. If I wanted to do a Mark 5 belt for every resource coming from all over this map, the amount of resources it would take just to build those belts is kind of insane. So I don't actually necessarily think that it is more efficient. It might be faster, but it's so resource intensive that I don't actually I don't even think I'd call it more efficient. You just converted your power from fuel to turbo fuel and went from having 6 fuel generators to 35, and you needed more power so you could convert the uranium to nuke for more power. Boombox is available in Fix-It Store. It's totally worth it. Okay. Well, I'll probably get it eventually, but I have to spend my tickets on things that are like organizational stuff right now, so. And then one last one, right? Where's this guy? There. The rule of cool is trains are better. Agreed. The rule of cool means we must use trains. But no, after having done my previous playthrough of this, Ramses, I don't know if you were around when I did my previous playthrough or not. You probably were. I don't know if you watched it or not. I didn't use trains, and I just used belts for everything. And it might have been faster, but the raw amount of steel and other materials required just to have all that available was kind of insane. You don't have to deal with loops, junction signals, schedules. True, you don't. I don't mind dealing with that, though. Because I have experience with it. I don't mind dealing with that this time because I'm ready to deal with it. I have prepared myself mentally that I will be okay with that. So because I prepared myself mentally and have a plan and want to make things look good, I'm good with it. Gunther says train cars can hold 48 stacks. Ironing gets stacked at 100. One train car is 4,800 units. The max belt can move 1,600 units per minute. I thought you did trains last time. I'm pretty sure last time I was set up here on top of the Crater Lakes. And I was having belts. I had really tall belts of every material being delivered to my one big tall factory. I'm pretty sure it was my previous playthrough where I had a desert base or some other base. I remember making really long tracks through the desert, and I don't think that was on my last playthrough. Maybe I'm getting my playthroughs mixed up, but I don't think my last playthrough used trains. I don't think. Alright, let me see here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up coal. All the way along here, and we're going to have mergers. But I have 2 stacks. I had stacks of mergers, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. I could be misremembering my playthroughs. I've had like 3 or 4 different ones, so it's wouldn't be surprising if I misremember. I think I might have experimented setting up a train at the end, but I didn't use it to build up the base. I think. I remember. You might be right. I don't remember. I feel like the last playthrough I didn't use trains because I knew how much time and energy it would take, and I was trying to, like, I don't know, speed run's the word, but like get through all the tech tree as quickly as possible. Thanks, Shogi, for getting that. Okay. Okay. To think, I'm setting all this up just to power my one truck that I have. However, all this coal is going to be very useful because eventually I'm going to have a lot of trucks and they're all going to need coal. And I'll have factories that need coal. And I think what I'm going to do is one splitter right here. I want it to be the overflow that's supplying my trucks. How am I going to do this, actually? I'm actually going to do a tier 4 belt here at the end. How far did I tier 4 belts over here? Only 2 of these last 2 places. Okay, we'll speed that up. I think what I want is this. Like, I have a splitter off of this coal. Splitter. And this is going to supply... How am I going to do this? This might, what I'm about to do might look a little funky. splitter as far over as I can here, like this. Output this way. The splitter here. Splitter there. That'll supply coal for fuel. Is that right? Are you getting coal for fuel now? Yes. And then this splitter can supply the coal here, and then this splitter I can take off to future trucks. Now this isn't super efficient. I feel like I'm going to want storage specifically for the fuel that I'm going to be providing. But I think for now I'm going to be fine with this. And this will now fuel my trucks. Which is what I'm wanting to do, is have a supply of fuel for my trucks. There we go. I should now see coal for fuel, and my truck, every time it comes here, will get refueled, hopefully. Nice. There we go. We have set up a refueling station for our truck. Next time the truck gets over here, I actually want to take the biofuel out of it so it's refueling with coal. So let me go. Hopefully that... Did it just run out of fuel, actually? I wonder if it just ran out of fuel right as I was doing all this. Yep. So here's the reason why I had to do all this. Let's put the coal in there for now. Well, that's good. Now that there's coal in there, it should work. How are we doing for iron over here? Nice. We are not... One thing I was worried about is that I'm not supplying enough iron for my factory. But it looks like we have more than enough iron, which is good. Because I'm going to want to set up more factories that use iron. Can I drive this? If I drive, I wonder if... I think it'll keep going. Hopefully it's still going to go even though I'm in here. Autopilot is enabled. Is it going to go or not? Okay, I guess, well, if I'm in there, it doesn't want to go. Okay, cool. Hopefully that's enough coal to get to the station, then it'll be refueled, and then I don't have to worry about refueling anymore. I had to manually refuel right now. Are the trucks new? You've never seen those before? No, they were in before trains. But the playthrough where I played with trucks for the first time might have been before you had joined the stream. Trucks have been in for a while. Although I think the first thing is tractors. And I did do a playthrough where I used tractors. I think it was my first playthrough I ever did. And I think that was before trains existed. And then another playthrough I did use trains for the first time. I'm just going to watch this thing go. Make sure this will get here. So I don't have to go grab some coal and get it back home. Wow, who drove that thing? God, terrible driving. Someone needs to make a mod for this game and turn it into PvP CNC battle. That would be fun. I will say these tractors, or I guess these are trucks and the other ones are tractors. They do kind of look like the miners from like Dune, the old Dune RTS, or harvesters from Command & Conquer or something. I'm gonna guess that's what you're referencing there. So now they should be able to get refueled every time it comes around. Let's make sure that that's happening. Because I think the next thing I want to do is get a second truck. That's an iron delivery to a new factory that I'm going to make for iron rods. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, and I'm going to check these going to get refueled here. Nice. Alright, that was instant refueling, and now it's refueling the fuel. Perfect. Okay. So, what is my next goal then? I now have a refueling station, or the ability to refuel my truck stations with coal. So if I set up more trucks for more factories, I don't have to manually fill them with biofuel now. An FPV CNC would be so cool. First person view CNC Command and Conquer? Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. I almost want to build walls here to make this look better. The guy who Gunther recommended to me had like a wall, had like a cool wall thing with windows on these guys. Do I want to do something like that? I don't think I want to get too much into decorating yet. Not yet. Okay, actually, our throughput of iron is interesting. Okay, so I guess we're clearing out. Okay, okay, let me focus up here. How much iron is inputting and how much iron are we using? I do want to keep track of these things. So, yes, all right. I'm actually going to put a wall here with a sign because I want to track some things. First sign we've used this run. What are signs? Right here. Oh, I need quartz crystal if I'm going to make signs. Well, crap. I have quartz crystal back at my other base, but not here. So I do want to keep track of how much iron I'm using, how much coal and stuff we're bringing. I don't have any stuff here, do I? No, I only put that stuff there. Let me go get some quartz crystal real quick. Actually, there might be... Might just be some close by here. Or not. Nowhere near. I am apparently really far away from any quartz crystal. 1,000 meters that way. Okay, alright. Well, that'll be a thing I'll need to make a train... a mining and train stop for at some point. Ah, there's some quartz crystal right here. I thought it would ping this stuff. I thought it would ping this stuff, but I guess not. That'd be like the Battlezone games, but set in the Command and Conquer universe. That would be pretty awesome. Why am I hearing something over here? What am I hearing? Is there any other just raw quartz I can grab around here so I don't have to run all the way back to my base? Deuterium and other random things. There's quartz. Just enough to make a couple signs. Quartz in here. Yes, nice. Okay. Nice to have these random raw resources around here. Stay away from you. Probably in this crater there's a little bit more quartz I can grab real quick. Ow. Thanks for the lift, buddy. Sulfur. Is that quartz out there? That's quartz, I think. Yes, nice. Okay. See some more over there. Should give me enough to just make a couple signs. I ever played the Battlezone games. I'm pretty sure I did play some sort of first-person RTS at one point. There's something called, like, Supreme Commander or Master and Commander or something that tried to be something like that years and years and years ago. This is like copper or something. Bauxite. Oh, okay. Can I do this while I'm in the water? Nice, I can. Thought I couldn't mine while I was in the water. Okay, that should be enough to make some ports for some signs. Okay. Quartz crystal. Okay. Okay. So after I make a sign, just to... I think I need to remember. I think it's 960 iron per minute, if I remember from last stream. It was 32 smelters worth of iron. And then I can do the conversion over on the factory to see how much iron I'm using per second. Because this is what I did on my last playthrough that I want to do again, is I want to keep track of how much resources are coming in and how much resources I'm using per factory. That way I'm never shorting my factories what they need. So okay. Color is going to be the color of iron, which is, I don't know, silvery color. There. Iron ingot is the correct thing, and text is 960 iron ingots per minute. I think that's correct. Why the hell would it put it upside down? I don't know. I'll fix that in a second. And lag. Is it saving or what? Why are we lagging? Oh, don't crash on me. Oh, what? Ah. Okay, well I turned my autosave up to 2 minutes because I hadn't had a crash in so long. I guess I gotta turn my autosave back down to a minute. Frickin' crash, man. Battlezone games are from 98, 99. Would have been many years ago. First exposure to this game is from Randstream, and the building aesthetic immediately reminded you of the GDI. Nice. Oh man, a frickin' crash. Frickin' crash. Okay. Well, I should have lost no more than 2 minutes of work at least. I'm gonna turn my autosave back down to a minute. Ugh, so frustrating. I don't know what's causing these random crashes. Let me make sure I have other stuff turned off. My computer hopefully is not being overwhelmed with things running all the time. All right. Okay. I wonder if there's the autosave that caused the crash. That would be really messed up. Because, wow, it looks like I lost nothing, actually. Options, gameplay, autosave every 1 minute. 1 minute. How do I make it go down to 1? There we go. Every 1 minute. Okay. Oh, okay. I just didn't put in the text. What was I trying to do? I was trying to get a smelter out. To remind myself how much iron a minute I'm doing. 30. And it was 30 times 32 of these. 960. Okay, good. 960 a minute, and why the hell is his sign upside down? The hell? What is it doing? What? Your game was crashing every third autosave. You have an issue unique to your processor which required you to underclock your CPU, and that resolved it. Alright, well if I have any more, I might have to look up if that's an issue for me. Why is it upside down? The hell? Layout. Anybody had issue with signs before? This feels like an actual troll. This feels like an actual troll. That the sign would default be upside down and I can't fix it. What the actual hell is this? How do I even change this layout? Element settings, layout. Rotate laptop. While you were picking up dinner last night, you saw 3 cars stopped on a train track at a stoplight. Texas drivers. I don't even know what this layout... I can't even change this. Okay, I'm gonna try a different sign. I'm gonna try a different one, because this is doing nothing useful here. Try a display sign. Why are they all upside down? What the hell? Okay, let me do a Google search over here. Satisfactory 1.0 signs are upside down. Rotate them. There's no visible indication which side is top. Hopefully it gets added 1.0. Oh my god. You haven't seen that bug before? It like literally doesn't matter which way I do it. It's upside down. That's if I don't turn it. If I do turn it. Okay, that one worked. Okay, so if I turn it around, is it straight? Is it right side up? Oh my god, this is stupid. I have to place one that's upside down and then rotate it to get it right side up. Is that correct? How trolly is that? How trolly is that? I don't know if I can bug report that. Do they still have bug reports? I have to go to a feedback site out of the game. I'm not doing that. Alright, well there you go. There's my bug report for the day that I'm not posting. Okay. Iron ingots. 960 iron ingots per minute. Okay. There we go. That's telling me how many are incoming right now. That's totally as intended, yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. And then how many iron ingots are we using to make how many iron plates per minute? That's what I want to know. 30 a minute we're using times, I think it's 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so we're using 30 times 18 a minute. We're using 540 iron ingots a minute. I don't want to do this. Left is input, right is output, something like that. Okay, that one's right. Maybe it has something to do with the angle I was at? I don't even know. Okay, let's see. What did I just say? 540. 540 per minute. Ingots input. Is that what I want it to say? Yes, 540 a minute. 540 a minute ingots input. And we're making iron plates. Parts. Plates. And how many are we making? 20 times 18 a minute. 360 plates per minute. 360 a minute. Iron plates output. There we go. Something like that. 540 a minute ingots gives me 360 a minute iron plates. Fix-It would say it's not the sign that's wrong, it's your head that's screwed on wrong. Yes, I need to fix my upside down vision. Does it make sense to put an awesome sink in there for overflow until I need to use more? Probably. Is that wall upside down maybe? Not sure if that's a thing. Maybe the wall was backwards. I don't know. It's hard to tell when you have the walls. I think there is an in and an outside, but I don't know. Maybe they changed it so that they're mirrored. It didn't used to be mirrored. Yeah, it might be worth putting them on an awesome sink once we're full up, which we're not even close to full up, I don't think, with all the storage. Actually, we are getting close to being filled up. We are filled up over here. So, probably worth doing an awesome sink. But the thing is, I want to have a full storage of these when I start doing iron things. So, actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to do that yet. Once I have a place for these to go, I will start sinking them. Again, you're kind of thinking ahead, Gunther. Okay, what is my next goal? What does it take to make heavy iron plates, or whatever they're called? $5 per minute on that one. 15 per minute this one. I want to make this. 15 per minute iron plates is what I want to work towards. So, which is 250 screws per minute. So, do I want to do iron rods into screws, or do I want to do a different screw thing? 40 per minute there, which is iron rods. 50 per minute, which is iron ingots directly to screws. Steel screws are 260 a minute if we do steel beams. Yeah, I think maybe screw factory is what I want to do next. Steel beams is the most screws per minute, but I'd have to do a steel beam thing, and I don't really want to do that. I think what I might do is skip iron rods and go directly to the cast screws. I think that's what I'm going to do. Cast screws. And then go into the bolted iron plates. Because we have plenty of iron plates a minute. Getting the screws will be a challenge. Yeah, we already have the iron ingots. So this recipe, since we already have iron plates, and then it would just be the screws. We'd just do a factory for screws and then a factory for the reinforced iron plates. Now, do I want to do a second truck delivering the iron, or do I want to use the same truck delivering iron? I kind of want to do... Oh, stop that. Look at your storage. Okay. I kind of want to do a truck for each factory, and I was also thinking about this last night. I don't think I want to have a truck delivering the output from these factories from one factory to another. I think I want an output. I think I want to have a whole other layer of roads where I have trucks delivering the raw materials to each factory, and then have a layer on top of this, which is belts delivering. Let me see if I can. I can't have a second level to this whole thing around, and that level is my belts delivering materials from one factory to another. I think that's what I want to do once I'm ready to deliver things. So, like, these are the iron plates. I'm going to do a factory of screws, like maybe right over there, and then the stitched iron plates over there, and I have a second level delivering those materials on belts from one factory to another. I could put the belts under my road. I could, but your whole thing about being aesthetic is that I think if I plan my belts out well, I think it'll even look better if I can see the belts on top of the road. Like, I think I want to see the belts. I think from far away, I want to see cars going around the road, and then on top of that, a very organized, hopefully looking set of materials being what are these things called? Conveyor belted around. What's up, Nietzsche? I might mess with it and see what I want to do with that. But before I do that, let's figure out our next factory. So my next factory is a screw factory. Now, screw factory might need to be one of the biggest factories I make, because you need a lot of screws for some things. So that iron belt factory is actually bit bigger than I was expecting it to be, giggity. So how do I want to do this next factory? Oh, there was a third coal, and it was sitting right there, and I didn't. Oh, I'm freaking blind. There is a third coal thing right there. Okay, well that's fine. I don't need the extra coal right now. Either way would be good. Yeah, either below or above. And you know what I might end up doing? I might end up using both. Might actually end up using both. I don't think I want to place here. I don't think this is going to be nearly enough room, and there's a, mine right there. But I think what I'm going to do is have it set up right here. And this one will be lengthwise. That will go deep that way. So let me see how I want to. How did I do this one? I built it up around the delivery. How am I going to set up the delivery? What I could do is have this corner come out. This corner will be my truck delivery of materials, leading to the factory that goes that way, maybe. Screw tower commence. That's right. Let's see how I want to do this without overlapping any of this stuff. I know I put this, yeah, there, this guy. It's the wrong color. Hold on a second. Foundations. This one, I think, and I want that on 8. There we go. So I have a, so I set up a drop-off station here, kind of thing. You finish your set of 4 and then stayed up for family thing immediately after you're on hour 25 being awake and you have an FF11 event this evening. You finish your set of 4 what? Factories or something? No, if you fall asleep now, you're not getting up again for a day and you'll miss the event. You gotta push through. Oh, God. Okay, so you're talking about rating or something. There's a tip you saw about building vertical. Basically have a conveyor belt floor in between the machine floors. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I want to make this kind of balanced. So, how many... I do 1, 2, 3. I did 3, so 1, 2, with this. 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 This is my platform. This is going to be my loading and unloading platform. And then my factory will have to go up some stairs from here is what I'm going to be doing, I think. I don't. Is this even going to be enough room for a loading and unloading thing? I don't even know if that's going to be enough room to make a little turnaround here. Yeah, this might work. This might work. I feel like this is going to need more room, though. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I need to, especially because I'm going to have a lot of throughput unscrews. I better give myself more room than I think I'm going to need. Especially with my driving. Just kidding, I'm a great driver. I'm a great driver. So something like that will be the truck drop-off, and then the entrance to the factory will be like... here. Something like that. And let's do foundation percent. Something like that. That'll be the entrance to my factory. Then I kind of go up one more level, I guess. And this should give me room to work with right here for the screw factory, I think. Now, one thing I don't know how to do is... I don't know how to make this wall protection from falling off at an angle. I don't think that's a thing. Like, I can't get these to go at that angle. And I don't know if there is something that does allow for that. There are some, like, other, like, road barriers you can buy that I haven't bought yet. But I don't know that those would let you set at an angle either. I don't think there's a way to do that. I wish there was, but I don't think there is. Okay. So. Car drop-off. Let me see how much space I gave this from my stairs over here that was able to work. It's kind of a straighter shot here, but it's like about a one platform space there. I probably want a little bit extra for this guy. Did I get the silly safety alert at 5 a.m. this morning? Silly safety alerts. I don't know. I didn't notice anything like that. No. Okay, I think that'll be good. I need to fix this power line. Oh, it's down a different way. And let's do it here. Here. There. Rebuild my staircase. Although I did get a It's weird. When I was teaching at a college a number of years ago, I was an adjunct voice faculty, and I still get their alerts from McLennan Community College in Waco. And I got some alert this morning. I have no idea what it was about, though. So maybe that's what you're talking about. I got that. I just don't know what it was. Okay. There we go. I did not mean that one. Okay, and that power line going through. That's fine. Eventually I'll come and clean up stuff. You know, soon, TM. All right, so the goal is to make a bunch of cast iron screws here. So, ground floor. Where did I set up my last one? But I have the stairs going directly in here. I want my factories to have some sort of commonality, so I want to make sure I'm kind of at least making the entrance similar. So yeah, you just kind of go in and immediately the factory starts to the left. I'm not going to go to the left this time. But I am going to use... I did like what I did with this, where it's one separation going on a catwalk. I do like that a lot. There's a big thing apparently. Some police officer was injured in the Panhandle and they sent out a safety alert to most of Texas. No, I've not heard anything about that at all. Do not know about that. Okay. Seems weird that somebody got injured and they sent a message to everybody. It's a little weird. Still haven't got the doorways unlocked. I need to get the doorways unlocked. Alright, so can I just do this? Yes, I can. Okay, so this bottom floor is going to be delivery of materials, and then the next floor up. The other one, I had a floor below this. That was delivery of materials. Because I have my miners, I think I'm going to have this be taller, like I said. So this is going to be the floor where we deliver the materials. So let me get the floor above built up first, so I know. That's right. Is that tall enough? I think that's what I did. I think it did too high. We put a constructor just to make sure. No, I did one level higher, or one height higher, so. This. That's what I did. Oh, there's a Mercer Sphere right up there. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. It's too convenient. Do you know what happened? I mean, I've heard nothing, so I have no idea what all that's about. Let's see. No, not dismantle. Pick up.
I have a question.
Sing your song.
Can you explain what a temple is?
A temple is a vessel body, each a knot in our tapestry. Temples are root, vein, and organ. Temples are our shallow bones and our shallow windows.
I think I understand, but how do you maintain them?
The builder blood grows and kills and distributes.
Like fungus in a forest.
Like fungus in a forest.
Alright. Cool. Cool. Great talk. Great talk. Actually, I don't want to build up anymore yet because I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Let me get ladder up here. Let's go there. Okay. All right. Like fungus in a forest, chat. Like fungus in a forest. So, how do I want to set this up? I think from here, I want to have my walkway. So I walk up, and I have my walkway, and then I can have my factories right there. So Walkways, where are you at? Right here. And that'll mean we have our factories starting right here and not here. Good. And I'll have to figure out how many of these I'm making. How many of these I'm baking. The story is mainly how Hall County abused the safety alert system. The event happened at 11, and they sent an alert to most of Dallas at 4 a.m. Hall County abused the safety alert system. Okay, I have no clue about all that, I guess. And then, did I wrap around here? I think I did one, and then a wrap. Is that what I did? No, actually, I don't think I did that. This one was a wraparound. No, that's not right either. I'm gonna have to go review it, because I'm pretty sure I had a thing going all the way around. It probably was that, and then a wraparound, and then straight away down. Ah, that looks right. That looks right. Okay. There. And like that, and then I should have a wall right here, although this looks like this is going barely outside of the wall. I need a floor to place this on, I guess. The output floor will be on top of this. Okay, where'd I put the ladder? I think I'm gonna have to move the ladder again. Keep changing my mind. Like that. Okay. Cool. So, how many of these screw things am I going to do? Constructor. Inputs were from the middle, I believe. Is that right? Inputs were in the middle, and the outputs went up in the middle, I think. Is that right? No, it was... Inputs came in the middle and split down there. So that. And this is alternate cast screws. 50 a minute. And I needed how many for... I guess the question is going to be how many of these am I going to do? I want to do 15 per minute, but how many of these? Because it could be a lot of screws. What am I going to be using the iron plates for, I guess, might be the next question. Bolted iron frames need reinforced iron plates. So do these. 2 per minute and 7.5 per minute. Are there any other things? What about computers? I eventually want to get to computers. I don't know if there's any line that I need. Hold on a second. Like I said, plan ahead. I'm trying to plan ahead. Okay, none of those need that. Those need heavy modular frames. I haven't even unlocked those. Oh, yes I have. Which use regular modular frames. Okay. And a crap ton of screws. Computers, none of that needs modular or heavy whatever reinforced iron plates. Reinforced iron plates are needed for crystal oscillators, so I'm going to need a bunch. So I should plan this out to make a bunch. I should plan for a lot of screws to make a lot of heavy modular frames. Heavy modular frames. Reinforced iron plates. So, bolted iron plates. 15 per minute. How many of these do I want to do? If I planned for 150, that would be a crap ton of screws. Maybe I should think about how much iron I have available. Let me see how much iron I have available, and that might determine how many screws I want to plan on trying to make here. This is where the math part starts. Alright. I'm currently using 540 ingots of my 960. 960 minus 540. So I have 420 iron ingots. We got 420, chat. 420. It was meant to be. We have 420 iron ingots currently not being used. 420 blaze it. How many? 420 divided by 12.5. 33.6. What is that number telling me? With 420 iron per minute, with each of these using 12.5 a minute, I think that means I can make 33 screw producing, I guess 34 if I'm going to round up, 34 constructors. 34. That's a lot. What's up, Cowd? How are you doing? And that's going to be a lot of screws, which I'm going to need a lot of screws. How many screws is that going to be? 50 times 34. A lot. I have 960 coming in the train station, and I'm using 540. So the leftover is the 420 for this building. You know, I want to keep track of these numbers. So, I'm going to plan around these numbers. I think these numbers are going to work for now. Good, not upside down. So, this is going to be iron ingots. Um, 420 per minute iron ingots input. And 33.6 times 50, I think, is how many screws we're going to be making. 33.6 times 50. 1,680 screws a minute. Might sound like a lot, but there's a lot of things that take a lot of screws. 1,680. Okay. This blue, because the little carrying case is blue for the screws. 1,680 per minute screw. Are these bolted screws? What are these called? Cast iron screws? Cast screws. Cast screws per minute. Cast screws output. There we go. So there we go. 420 per minute iron ingots, 1,680 per minute cast iron screws. Cast screws. Like your mom, Trebek. What's up, Raven? Okay. So, and that was 34 machines, I think. And I'm probably going to down underclock the final one. Let me get that number again. It was 420 times 12.5. No, that's not what it was. It was 420 divided by 12.5. Yes. So 34 machines, and one of them going to have underclocked slightly. So 34 machines. Divided by 2, 34 divided by 2 is 17, so I'm going to need 17 here. 17 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we'll have a platform around there. Doing the math beforehand, because if I do it after, we get in trouble if I do it after. And I can screw things up if I don't calculate these things correctly. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Knew I was going to fall off. I frickin' knew I was going to do that. Should have placed that one extra platform that I didn't. Okay. I need cables. Okay. Okay, and then this is the 17th one right there. Okay, and then we do 17 over here. Check the count as we go. And this one should be that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. And now we copy and paste all these, but first I'm going to give myself a walkway to not fall off from. He did it. He walked right off. Rand, you're awesome. Thanks. Thanks. Awesome for jumping off a bridge in the middle of nowhere, I guess, huh? Oops, that. Ah, this feels wrong again. It feels like I need to go one more space. I meant to check that last time. That. I think this is right. And this one, we go like that. All around the back side here. No, this is not lined up like I thought it was. Let me put the down. If I put the output here, that might show if this looks right. This looks right, so I did this wrong up there. So this one does look right. I think something was not lining up earlier with these other guys. I think I know what was causing this to be off earlier, actually. Now that I'm doing this and remembering this. Yeah, it's the placement there, I think, that's slightly off. Oh, I might have to check it, because now I'm confused. That's not right. Let me go check the way I did my platforms in my other factory. I want these to all be the same. My platforms to all be the same. Oh, I didn't have it go around that way. That's why. Okay. That answers that question. Okay. And that is kind of right in the edge of the wall. Is there overlap here, or is it okay? I don't think it actually goes outside the wall, so it's fine. Fine to do it this way. I think so. I think it's fine. Okay. I just didn't have walkways. I had platforms there to build the walkways off of. One end attaches in the middle of the foundation, the other connects to an edge. Yeah, it's the whole... The walkways are weird in how they connect. It goes like this. And now that means... Yeah, because this right here is wrong. This one is wrong. This needs to be connected to the middle of this guy right here. That's right. That's right. This one shouldn't be here. That guy shouldn't be there. Go like this. That's correct. And then I make a walkway here so I have a space to get up. And that works. That works. Okay. On the catwalk. On the catwalk. Now let's finish the rest of this catwalk. And this should all connect if I did this correctly. Beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful. We definitely need a safety rail because, you know, there's a bit of a deadly drop down there. Watch your step. Okay. And actually... I did this wrong. This should be the edge right here. I should actually have it turn right here, I think. There. That way. That way. The reason I'm being so meticulous about this, other than I want it to look good, is I plan on making many factories like this. And so I want there to be consistency in my factories. Beautiful. Just like that. Okay, cool. And this is wrong, though. There we go. And let me flesh out the floor below. Do I need more concrete? Got a decent amount of concrete, but let's grab what we can. And I probably need more iron plates too, don't I? And reinforcements. Let's just get all the things that we're using a lot of. Okay. Finish out this floor. This is one long screw factory, and this will be expandable up to higher floors as we need more screws. Okay, and the plan's going to be to have a long set of iron being delivered to all these guys. Okay, so the wall is going to be right here, I believe. Very good. There. Very nice. Beautiful. The output of the screws. I'm gonna have the output of the screws go that way. Go that way, I think. Since that's where I'm gonna be transporting them, either above or below my my road. Cue the X hours later clip. Yes, if we were on YouTube and I was an editing person, yes. You fixed your power problem. Oh, you're talking about your own build. Okay, yes. 12 hours later, you fixed your power build. Nice. Okay, I need iron plates, and I have a whole factory full of them, so I'm gonna go grab a bunch of these. Congrats on your power problem. Congrats on getting that fixed. Take all. Sort. And throw one stack back so I have some space. There we go. What did you say your power problem even was before? I forget. Now, my power problem, I might have a power problem once I do this. I will say I'm not consuming much power, so that's good compared to how much I'm producing because I set up a bunch of extra geothermal power plants. The lag. The autosave lag, I guess. There. Alright, so we got the walls fixed in here. The inputs of materials. Inputs of materials. Yeah, there's an output right there. I think I want to line this up just slightly differently so that we have a more even setup here. And I have one on top of the other on that one, and I might want to do something similar. Yes, something like that. So that will be the input that will be fed down the middle right here. Figure that out in a bit, though. Let me finish my walls. You overcharged everything and didn't make more power plants. Then you accidentally disconnected a bunch of power plants and somehow removed your fuel power plant, which dropped your production severely. Wow, that does sound like a pretty major problem. Well, there's a problem right there. You deleted all your power. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. That's a problem right there. Alright, so how am I going to get up here? I think I'm going to get up. Right here. Nope. That way. Be able to get across like that. Seems good. Yeah, glad I could help. Glad I could help. Anybody know what I'm referencing when I say, well, there's a problem right there? Anybody know that random, like, 90s character who says that all the time? First name starts with E. I wonder if there's any old people who know that reference. I think I've made the reference to this guy before on stream. I think. He has a bunch of movies, and the names of the movies are that guy's name goes somewhere. Anybody? Anybody? I don't think anybody's gonna get it. Ernest! Alright, M. Pain Train's got it. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to jail. Ernest goes to wherever. There you go. Well done, well done. You know what I mean, Vern? That's his other line. You know what I mean, Vern? Alright. I was being very helpful, I promise. And on the other floor, the outputs. How was I doing the outputs? I think I was having the outputs be like a... Now these are screws, so this is going to be a lot of a lot of outputs very fast. I think I was doing this on each side. Yeah, it's that. So I think I can just put in flooring on this floor here. It's the factory floor where I don't put the flooring in. The output floor, I think I'm gonna do this. Sorry, you're too scared, stupid. Good. Nice reference. Ernest Scared Stupid. That was always my least favorite one. I always watched, as a kid, I watched Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail over and over. Those are my two favorites. Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail. I loved Ernest Goes to Jail because it was like, it was almost like a superhero movie back before superhero movies were a big thing. Because he gets like these electrical powers. Did I overlap those? I did. That one. Okay, good. Yep, Jim Varney, which I think he passed away a number of years ago. Rest in peace, Jim Varney. I always thought he was really funny. Okay, I'll have to figure out my outputs in a bit. Let me do the copy-paste thing that I haven't done yet. So copy, paste, 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 paste. He did die. It was a sad day. Yeah. Been a number of years, I think. He passed away. Good. He voiced the Slinky Dog in Toy Story. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, we're scaling stuff up. We're making our actual permanent factories. Because these are our permanent factories, you know, permanent means big time. We're in the big time now. Alright, so those should all have 50 screws per minute. Been a long time. Don't think he was that old either when he passed away. No, I think it was like only his 50s or 60s, which is not that old. So I can do 270 per minute here. And each of these are going to be outputting 50 a minute. So that means only like 270 divided by 5 by 50. So basically, I can only put 5 and then it'll back up. So I gotta do, this is gonna be a lot of, unless I use my higher level. You know what, I probably do need to use higher level belts for this. What is it, 480 for the higher level belts? 480. 480 divided by 50. So I can get 9 outputs per belt. And I have 17 of these things, right? I think so on each side. So I think I need to use tier 4 belts here. Tier 4 belts. Let me get all of these that I have currently. The outputs are going to be the harder part because it's just so many screws per minute. So mark 4 the output. You know what, the storage here. Okay, do I want to adjust everything back 1 so I have space for storage? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do need to move all these back 1. I'm immediately changing my build. That's okay. This is a quick change and fix. He was only 50. 24 years ago today? Oh, wait, no, just years ago. Okay, I misread that as 24 years ago today. How fitting that would be. We'd be talking about him if that was the case. Man, that was a while ago that he passed away, 24 years ago. We all know it's not permanent. It's more of a temporary permanent. No, it's totally real permanent. Totally is. Okay, screws and screws. Okay. Now I gotta remember how I did this. Do I turn it right here or the next one over? I think it's right here. Alright. Let's see, let me build the walls. That'll help me realize. I think I might need to go one more over, actually. Make this the same. One more here. I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but that's probably your senility kicking in, huh? Well, don't worry, we're all getting old. That's what we always talk about on this stream, right? How old we all are. Don't worry. Don't worry, you're just getting old. Don't worry. Oops, not that. Remember this when Rand decides to go trigger happy with novelisks, huh? Okay. That will hopefully give me the space I need back upstairs for storage. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wiser man built his house in the air. Nice biblical reference. I think that's a Bible reference. Okay. So the output, Mark IV, will be that way. And that way. And then we set up our storages here. And yeah, that looks good. But I want it to be the bigger one. Which, yes, like that. 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 4 storages for screws. There. There. And I think that will work out with what I calculated earlier. Senility now! I always have the vague recollection of watching Rand yell at FTL for hours on end, a captive of his own success. Yeah, that's a good way of saying that, I guess. Alright. I am a victim of my own success. Anybody who's forced to play the same stream game over and over, that's a good way to say it. Victim of their own success. Okay, and then we put concrete for the ceiling for now. That way this is all expandable. I might just need to do a concrete factory soon, just so I have plenty of concrete for all my builds going on. Currently, all of my buildings are just concrete boxes. Whoops. Eventually, I'll probably want to make these, add little doodads and windows and things to make them look a little more interesting, but that's after we get the function done. Let's put a floor in here. Factories that look like boxes. Call them the box factories. Except we're not making boxes in these factories. They just look like boxes. About to get really dark in here as I close off my box factory. I should do this last so I have some lighting to work with. I'll fill that in last so it's not so dark. Okay, so let me figure out. Yeah, let me get all these outputs first. This is gonna use a lot of these industrial beams. I hope I have enough to make these belts. I probably am not going to, actually. Screws just take so many belts. Because the throughput on screws is insane. No windows. I haven't unlocked windows yet. I don't think. Alright, well, while I'm down here, let's do power lines first, then. Pretty sure I have not unlocked screws yet. Windows. Or if I have, I haven't unlocked... something. The ones I want to put in yet. I don't know. Okay, power lines. Put them right in the middle before. No, that's not what I want. I want this to be the one that's on both sides. That. Windows are in the Fix-It store, along with the boombox. Yes, thanks for telling me things that I know. I appreciate it. I only want the single one inside, though. Thanks for continuing to tell me about stuff I already know. There we go. Now, let's see how we want to do this. I want to put these in between. Now, what? Why the hell did you do that? Okay. I know there are things I can unlock there. You have to have tickets for them, and you know, as much as I'm upscaling, I'm not that far into the game to have everything unlocked. I haven't even automated computers yet. Computers. Haven't even automated the computers yet. Although I probably have some tickets built up by now. Factory looking pretty, thank you. There's that guy, and let's go start back at the other end. Did I know 2 Zoltans and shields make one of your shield bars immune to ions? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. What is a Zoltan? And what are shields? This is the second time I built a factory like this. I really should blueprint this. I really don't want to get into blueprints until I get at least the tier 2 blueprint unlocked, which I'm pretty sure needs computers. Again, I have not automated those yet. Too used to doing things blueprintless. Maybe after I do the screw factory, I'll blueprint this build before I make the iron rod factory I'll eventually need to make, because I'm sure I'll need those, and it'll be a similar build to this, probably exactly the same actually. I unlock shields and Zoltans later. Okay. Alright, thanks. Good tip. Can't wait until I unlock more stuff from the Fix-It store. For the second time around, it seems like it's going faster. Yeah, I'm definitely making this build quicker, that's for sure. Since I'm just kind of copying my build from last time, it's pretty simple. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. I'm gonna have to go make some encased industrial beams to finish all the belts I'm gonna need for this. Especially if I'm gonna be delivering these screws with tier 4 belts. My encased industrial beam production is not super extensive. Glad I have access to these belts, to these materials, but you know, it's at my temporary permanent factory where my throughput wasn't mathed out and it's not super extensive. Okay, so what we're gonna need to do is, I think I said it was 9.6. So I think I need to combine 9 of these. So I'll at least put in the mergers that I need. H. Oh crap. H. This is a splitter. I need to be a merger man. I need a merger man. There we go. How's that look? Up. Again. And that's lined up, and that looks lined up. So just to test, that will fit. Okay. All right. So let's set up all the mergers, and then I can go back and make the belts I need. 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the next group of these guys will be lined up with this one. Not lined up. Could be it. Beautiful. Okay. Last one. Beautiful. All these look like they line up. I'll find out once I have the belts to put all those in there. Alright, let's do this from the other side. Okay. Looks lined up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then next group is back behind. Very good. You started putting mergers and splitters on even the last one just for uniformity? Eh. If you're going to be expanding that way, I feel like it makes sense, but I actually, for looks-wise, prefer to not put mergers on the last one. I like the way it looks to have the final one be just the belt itself. That's just how I feel. Okay, so I need a whole bunch of industrial beams to finish all my belts for this. So let me go... How much inventory space do I have? I have some inventory space. Let me go back to my temporary permanent base and see if I have a bunch of these stored up somewhere, hopefully. I probably do have a buffer chest that's filled with those. Look at this factory. I know, it's coming together. First 2 satellite factories are about to be done. It's actually break time. So, let me... I don't want to forget, but I also don't want to go too much longer without taking my break. I'm going to drop off some things at the storage over here. And then I'm going to take my break here. This. Put a bunch of random junk in here. Alright, my friends. You all can keep an eye on the truck. Let's get a view of the truck. Where's the truck? There's the truck right here. Y'all can keep an eye on the racetrack where the truck's going around. And I'm a Sam Stretchy's Restroom. GG Cookie Time on, I don't know, another factory almost done. I'm Sam Stretchy's Restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack. When we come back, we will finish our screw factory. And then probably work on our reinforced iron plates factory. So that'll be a good time. But I'll see you in just a bit, my friends.